This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm Tim, the other host.
Tim, how are you doing this week?
This week, Tom, I am fed up.
With what? With whom?
I'll tell you what. The world
Okay.
and everybody living in the world.
Oh, wow. How specific.
Yeah.
That is? That all you got to say about it?
I just had a rough weekend being out on the town.
Uh-huh. This past weekend?
Yeah. I'll tell you. I went to the Whole Foods.
Oh, I mean, it's not out on the town.
Yeah, it is. It's in a
Mm.
town. It was in a village, actually. I
but
drove out
that's
to
not
Long
like,
Island.
Oh, I'm out on the town. Look at me at a supermarket.
It's the freshest.
Out on the town. That I thought you were going to Broadway shows or something. You're just going to a supermarket.
That's the Great White Way, Tom.
Oh, I was thinking painting the town red.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I was not painting anything red.
All right. Well, tell me more about your old lady out on the town weekend of going to the supermarket and visiting your grandson.
I don't have any grandchildren yet.
Uh-huh. Oh, is that a
Fingers crossed.
A hint to your children, to your adult children?
Yes. As you know, Tom, my adult children do not speak to me. I hope they listen to the podcast, and I drop hints every once in a while about how I'd like some grandkids.
Yeah. Well, if they don't speak to you, they're probably not listening to your podcast.
I don't know. They might.
And they're certainly not going to listen to your pleas for grandchildren through it.
That's weird, right? When people start.
It was weird when you adopted all those teenagers. Just because you thought it'd be less responsibility.
Yeah, I have a question about that. I didn't actually do that, right?
Uh-huh.
But, like, we have friends.
Yeah.
Or we have a specific friend
Uh-huh.
who, you know, like, a couple years ago when she was about 30, was like, I'd really like to foster an at-risk teen.
Okay.
Like, I'd like to have a teenager come live in my apartment.
I'd like to have a risky teen come live here.
Yeah, but, like, would they give us a kid?
Me and you?
Like, anyone you know. Like, or, like,
Ah,
somebody,
we
like...
do have an LLC together, so maybe that would be fine.
But somebody living in, like, a one-bedroom apartment in Williamsburg, if you're just like, hi, I'd like a 15-year-old who's troubled to come and, like, sleep on my couch, would they just be like, yeah, well, it's not ideal, but, like, we need, places for these children to sleep.
It's not ideal, but this boy's parents were just murdered at the circus. So he does need a place to live.
Yeah, he can sleep in my bat room. There's no way that could scar him.
See, that's the thing. I think you can if you're a billionaire like Bruce Wayne. Then they're like, yeah, all right, whatever. But if you're just people like us,
I was surprised they gave you a dog to foster.
And even that they were like, all right, well, you know what? We're really we really got her back up against the wall on this one. Here, take care of this dog for a little while.
I talked our mutual friend out of, like, trying to do this because, like, I think she or, like, either one of us, if a streetwise teen came into our lives, we'd be taken for all we're worth.
Oh yeah,
right. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, buddy, I'm your dad now or whatever.
Yeah. You'd be like, drive me to the mall. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, all right. Well, I don't have a car. Buy a car, you idiot.
Yeah, and I'd get bullied, and then, like, I'd go to work, I'd come home, and the whole place would be cleaned out, and there'd be just like needles everywhere.
Or it'd be him and all of his teen friends around,
Yeah.
just drinking beers,
Pushing me around
Yeah.
in my own dang house.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, I'd like to watch Jeopardy now. And they're like, nah, we're playing Nintendo, asshole.
Yeah. Kids still play Nintendo? Oh, the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, we're playing the Nintendo Switch, Dad. He'd still call you Dad, though.
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to have a foster kid call you Dad, right?
I think
these are questions
I'm sure they discourage it,
Yeah. I don't know. So I was in Whole Foods.
My only experience with the foster system is with Terminator 2, so.
Yeah. That
and that
Eddie
didn't end well.
Furlong. Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone.
No. Humanity. Oh, it ended well for
It
Humanity.
ended well,
but then it
until-
didn't
yeah.
somehow in the
Well, they can
third
always just,
through 15th
well,
movies.
they can always send. They're not going to make any more. They said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, Arnold said. He said, "I won't be back." You
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
can you? It's
Very
a
clever.
little spin on his
Yeah.
famous catchphrase of "I'll be right back."
That hasn't stopped anyone before. Who's the new Arnold?
New Arnold.
Yeah.
Probably The Rock.
Yeah, he would do a Terminator movie. He's too big. He's the
He's too
highest
big.
paid man in showbiz.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
He's not like
Nah, there's not
He's-
like a real good robot guy nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
Who's Hollywood's go-to
Oh,
robot?
John Cena. John Cena.
Yeah, he's like a little too close to Arnold, I feel like.
No, what do you mean? Like
What?
they're friends?
No. He just like, he looks too much like him.
No. Oh, yeah. So therefore, this guy can't play the
Yeah, but you
Terminator.
know
He
what?
looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What world are you living in, Tom?
Because then it's like, oh,
Not-
we'll get this
not
guy
Tinseltown.
We'll get this guy who looks like the Terminator, but it's even more expensive than Arnold probably.
Yeah, but he'll do it.
Somebody the other day didn't know who John Cena was, and then treated me like a 13-year-old for knowing.
Well, like
All
these
I
are
knew is
things
that
that
he
we should
exists.
know about.
What? Sorry, I pay attention to the trades.
I mean, reading Daily Variety
Yeah.
is something that's a value I'm going to instill in my foster son. Be like,
Screw it, Dad. Shove this variety up your ass.
Hey, say what you want to me. Leave needles and drug paraphernalia all over my apartment and have raging keggers with your Nintendo Switch and all your friends, but do not speak ill of Daily Variety.
Yeah,
how
you
we
wanna
get our
live in my
news.
house. You live under my rules.
Yeah, you're going to be informed.
Yeah, about the biz and skeins, Boffo box
Yeah,
offices.
which skeins did Boffo?
But anyway, you were going on and on about your wild weekend.
Yeah.
That started at the supermarket.
So Whole Foods, you don't call Whole Foods just a supermarket, Tom.
What?
A
what do
Long
you
Island
care?
Whole Foods is where the middle-aged go to be seen.
Okay.
They're in their
Who'd
element.
you see?
Yeah,
Name names.
probably some lady named Linda
Yeah.
was probably there. She's with her kids like Bianca and like Devin. No, it's full of, and I don't. I'm not.
And you're
look,
there with your foster son Roger, just causing just knocking over displays.
Yeah, me and Roger are quite a team. Couple of scumbags walking into the Long Island Whole Foods. That Bianca.
You both got Arizona iced teas.
When did Arizona iced tea become the official drink of scumbags?
As always, it's 99 cents, man.
And it burns your throat.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's a good burn.
You know what's worse?
What?
The Arizona fruit punch. At least have some class and have the iced teas.
Yeah, the fruit punch is like, whoa. That's,
Yeah, you catch a whiff of that.
That thing, if you left an Arizona fruit punch out in the sun for like 30 minutes, all the liquid would evaporate and you'd have almost as much sugar just in
Yeah.
there. Sugar and red. Just red food coloring.
Painting the town red with
Yeah.
Arizona fruit punch at the Whole
but yeah,
Foods.
it's just cheap and they got it everywhere, Tim. You get a lot for your money with it.
Yeah.
I could go for one right now.
You would drink a lot. You drink like Arizona and Red Bull and all that stuff.
But
right?
hey, their Arnold Palmer that they make is good.
It's official.
Yeah.
They signed the man himself.
Yeah.
Well, now we all can make it.
Now that he's dead.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
Yeah, you're
Fight
right.
us?
That's what you were afraid of before.
No, I was waiting for Arnold Palmer to die so I could get my half lemonade, half iced tea business off the ground.
So you're at Whole Foods.
Yeah, I just got really mad because I don't mean to paint with a broad brush, but like it was full of like middle-aged suburban ladies, and literally everyone is walking around with their dang faces glued to their cell phones.
Yeah, that's not just the suburbs. That's everywhere.
But Tom, I've been in New York City. I've been around my people, the millennials, and like we're bad about looking at our phones. I look at Twitter too much, but like literally these suburbanites. And look, I'm big city Tim. You know this, right?
Yeah,
I hate suburbanites and
Well,
farmers.
that's what it says on your belt buckle.
Yeah. They. What?
You said that as a joke just to me that you hate farmers. We were possibly going to do this episode about farmers, and you said I can't because I hate farmers too much.
I don't look.
Tim, you just hate the working man. You hate farmers. You hate astronauts.
I don't hate. I've come around on astronauts, Tom, but that's for another episode.
Okay.
I think they're all heroes, and I
Okay.
won't hear anything otherwise. No, Tom, this is beyond the pale. This is beyond belief. I don't even believe it.
Okay.
It's
Who? Who are we talking about now?
the Lindas of the world.
Oh, okay.
Walking around Whole Foods, like nobody is looking up at anything. Everybody is slowly trudging along, texting their daughters or their sons or their husbands or whatever. And I don't know, it just made me really mad.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I get when people are looking at their phone in the city walking around more, just because it's like, oh, you're walking around and you're bored. You just want to look at something. But
Also, look at all that architecture, man. Art Deco, right?
Yeah. But if you're at the supermarket, get off your damn phone. Just do your shopping and get out of there. Then go
Yeah.
home and sit on your phone if you want to.
Maybe they don't have air conditioning at home.
I find that, first
So
off,
they're
it's freezing outside. Yeah, what do you think about this? I have a feeling that I know what your take is going to be, but because I've
Ooh,
been
my take. It makes it feel so official. Thank you, Tom.
it was meant to be disparaging. What I've been seeing this a lot more where people are have their headphones on at the supermarket.
I used to be anti that.
Yeah.
Now,
Now you're one of them. You're one of the pod people.
play me songs in the key of life, baby.
No, first off, the supermarket's usually playing some of the best songs you've heard.
You know, you've been in Brooklyn supermarkets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for
My
too long.
supermarket's just always playing old Michael Jackson songs. I
Yeah,
love it.
my supermarket would alternate between that and like weird like Bill Callahan album cuts, and I was just like, "This rules!"
Yeah.
Oh wow, a B-side from Dream River, great. But no, it's like Delilah, except without.
You have to explain who Delilah is.
Everybody knows who Delilah
Not
is.
everybody knows who
It's
Delilah
a
is.
sexy, sultry lady that gets you your girlfriend back.
It's who you call to get your girlfriend back by playing a song. You're like, Delilah, I cheated on my girlfriend with her sister. Can you play like a Stevie Wonder song?
No, just shut up, Stevie Wonder, you idiot.
But then who?
She's not playing Stevie Wonder.
Well, maybe she hangs up on that person.
She's just playing like, baby, come back.
Yeah.
Telling you it's all my fault. But I just can't live without you. I don't know who that is, but it's like hospice music.
There's
like-
not a genre that
It's
hospice
either-
usually happens at home, so the people can put on whatever music they want.
No,
at
it's just like
home. You think they bring it like, oh, and here's the hospice issue,
No,
stereo
it's
with
like-
a bunch of
it's like,
sad music to play.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's just kind of like smooth,
but-
sad. Somebody's dying in the corner music.
the tape to the cassette player's been glued shut, so nobody can change it.
Yeah, it's Delilah music without Delilah's fascinating interludes.
Yeah. I like when you listen to Delilah and she's like, "Oh, listen, you should let that girl go. You did something horrible.
Yeah,
I'll play your song anyway, but if you're listening, don't take this man back."
yeah. She's harsh, but she's fair.
Yeah. No, I don't like. There's too much jockeying at the supermarket to be wearing headphones, in my opinion.
Not if you know what you're doing, Tom. Here's where you and I are different.
All right.
I go in with a list. And
I
I
go in
know
with a list
You don't
sometimes.
go in with a list. You
I-
go by the frozen garbage, right?
Yeah,
Like you're
things
like,
that are popcorned.
yeah,
Popcorn chicken, popcorn shrimp.
What's in a buffalo flavor this week?
Yeah.
Oh, they have buffalo mozzarella
Jeez,
sticks now.
Man, I wish they just made a buffalo aisle so I didn't have to run around
Why
the
don't
whole
you just
goddamn
buy
store.
Buffalo
I
sauce,
do, and
then
I
just
do
put
that.
it on vegetables.
I do that a
That
lot.
way you won't die next week.
I do that a lot, and it's great.
All right. I don't think he'd do that. You say I do that a lot, the way that like Donald Trump's like, oh yeah, no, I've been trying to read this book about Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Yeah, so I'm just anti headphones.
No, I used to be, but there's no time. I know exactly where I need to be. I can be in and out of the supermarket in 11 minutes.
You got your headphones on, you have spatial awareness. You're getting in other people's way. You're probably reaching past them all the time.
What do you mean spatial awareness?
You can't hear what's going on to your side.
I use my sight.
You don't have eyes in the back of your
I
head.
have excellent peripheral vision.
Like
I won an award for it.
Like a hammerhead shark. That why you look like that?
Hey, Tom. This is a very, very special episode.
Yeah.
We're breaking the format.
Yeah.
For only the 6th or 7th time. It's an all Tim and Tom solve your problem episode.
Yeah. Tim and Tom give back. That's the name of this episode.
All right. I like it. We're gonna be our very own Delilahs, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see. Tom, do you want to just go for it?
Yeah, just go for it.
Let's play that iconic theme music. All right, that wasn't. Come on. All right, Tom. This one comes to us from a lady who would not like her name used.
A lady who shall not be named.
Yes. Dear Tim and Tom.
Lucy.
The first lady.
Okay. This lady's Lucy. Lucy lady.
Yeah.
That's
but
her
she's
name.
the first lady. Lucy. She's in a museum. You've seen her.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Melania Trump.
What? Oh, no.
Not the first lady, the first
No.
lady.
Oh, I thought maybe you thought I was thinking of the first lady of comedy, Lucille Ball.
No, that's a different first lady, Lucy.
Can we talk really quick about Lucille Ball?
Oh, God, Tim. All right, what do you want to say about Lucille Ball now?
Not funny, right?
She's very funny, Tim. God, are you just trying to alienate everyone?
Oh yeah, the vast the millions.
But
I
nobody's
guess there
like,
are,
oh,
but
you know who needs to be taken down a peg? That dead
I'm
lady.
not trying to take her down. Just saying, like, enough. She eats all the chocolate. It's hilarious.
That's just because that's all you've seen.
I've seen many episodes of I Love Lucy.
Name something else that happens.
They go to Los Angeles for like a 3-episode arc. I almost bought it on VHS one time.
Oh, well, somebody who hates Lucy so much almost bought a box set.
Yeah, I was trying to like her.
I was trying to learn more about Los Angeles. I thought this would be the best way.
I wanted to know the hot spots.
Yeah, where should I go?
1957. Dear Tim and Tom.
There is like a campaign right now for Los Angeles. Have you seen this new campaign for Los Angeles?
No.
They've been hitting me where it counts. My eyeballs. I've been seeing.
That is where it counts. Oh, it's not in your ears?
No.
Oh, it's how?
Oh, I mean, audio ads work. Don't get me wrong. But
how do you know where anything is if you're not using your ears to hear it?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it was kind of clumsy.
Yeah.
You'll cut that part out, right?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna run this thing as it lays.
Yeah. You're gonna keep in all that racist talk you were saying before about all the various races and their shortcomings.
So the ad campaign I saw in Union Square, all these posters, and then I saw when I was watching TV last night, I'm like, what is this, an ad campaign?
Yeah, if you saw an advertisement, Tom.
But the whole thing is just Discover Los Angeles, and all it is pictures of the Griffin Observatory, and it's just like, hey, remember La La Land? Look, this is a real place. Come see it.
You should just have a picture of Randy Newman.
That's not going to get people to go to L.A.
Why not? He
a
loves
picture of Randy Newman is not going to convince.
It makes people think, Randy Newman. He loves L.A.
A picture of Randy Newman wouldn't even convince somebody to go to a Randy Newman concert. They'd be like,
That'd be a
that's what he looks like
disincentive
now?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Is he going to be behind a curtain or something while he plays?
We're treading.
Or is he just going to bum everyone out?
What do you mean bum everybody out?
Anyway, what were you talking about? We got a letter from Lucy.
Hi, I am a huge fan of your show, and I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I had to. Thank you, Lucy.
Please solve my problem. Also, please don't use my name. Call me Anonymous or something. LOL. Crying face. Does that mean laughing so hard you're crying?
Yeah. I
Anyways.
thought LOL was like Lucy O'Laughlin.
No, she's living out loud.
Living out loud.
Anyways, here's my problem. We are going on vacation to Florida in April.
So far, your problem sounds like a problem I'd like to have.
Yeah. My mom and dad... May I suggest Los Angeles, though? I hear the Griffith Observatory is a real place and a lot of fun. You'll fall in love there.
That's what this ad heavily implied.
Yeah, and also Randy Newman loves it. My mom and dad just bought me and my sister a really nice laptop for our birthdays. She said that we're not allowed to bring our laptops on the plane because she wants this to be an electronic-free vacation. How do you guys suggest that I convince her to let me and my sister bring them with us on the vacation? I guess they each got a laptop. They're not sharing a laptop.
Right.
Lucy's mom made 'em money.
Yeah, apparently.
She's like, I'll buy you this thing, but don't use it. Because
Yeah.
that's how wasteful we are. She bought us laptops and then threw them out.
She bought us laptops and said, well, now this isn't a portable computer. You keep this on the desk.
My birthday is also when we are going, which is April 9th. Happy birthday in advance, Lucy. Please mention me. Oh, thanks. Also, me and my sister love playing Minecraft.
Tim, is this a 10-year-old?
This is my foster daughter, Lucy. Also,
You said you read through these before.
what? Everybody needs their problem solved.
This is a girl whose favorite game is Minecraft, is going to Disney World for her birthday, is not allowed to bring expensive things on an airplane. And you're like, yeah, let's solve this problem.
So what? People have problems, Tom. What do you just want to solve? 35-year-old white males are the only ones who deserve advice.
Oh, they're the ones with the biggest problems right now, Tim.
Also, me and my sister love playing Minecraft, so what do you guys suggest? I say to my mom... Oh, what do you suggest I say to my mom? I don't know what that means. About Minecraft?
Well, I think it's implied that she wants to play Minecraft on the airplane.
Okay, what do I do? Thanks for your advice, and you guys are amazing. Keep up the great work. Also, maybe you can do an episode about pickles?
Maybe.
2 question marks. I love them! 2 exclamation points.
That's her talking, not you.
Thanks, Lucy. I've come around on pickles, Tom.
Yeah, you have. You know what? For a long time, Tim, it was pretty... you could set your watch by the certainty that I could have your pickle.
Yeah. Every day at noon, you'd come and ask me for my pickle, and I'd give it to you.
Tim, that could be taken another way. I don't know if you...
Yeah, I'm not a
if you
pervo
know
like
innuendos.
you. Yeah.
No.
You know what else I hate?
What?
That the letter D just means, a man's penis now. Right?
Have you been in that Whole Foods all week just hanging out with these ladies on their phones?
What do you mean?
You just got a bunch of complaints about...
I just think, I don't know. Let's
this foster teen's going to walk all over you, Tim.
I know, Tom. I'm worried about it.
Yeah. All right. I'll say this. As somebody who's just this past week been on an airplane.
Whoa, la-di-da.
A few times.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but I had a connecting flight. So I actually got to go on 2 planes each trip.
Wow, surely one of the where you connected was surely right on the way to where you were going, right?
Oh, no. In both cases, no.
Oh, so you got to rack up some extra miles like a millionaire.
Yeah, sure.
Fly me through the sky for way longer than necessary.
Yeah.
For
I'm going to Texas, but I don't want to fly diagonally. Fly me just latitude and longitude, baby.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Florida first.
Oh.
Is the
well, you have a
crux of
lot
that
in
story.
common with
I do.
Lucy
I
here.
was flying to Florida. I wasn't going on vacation for my birthday. I wish.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. I'm always first. Does it say where she's from?
Florida.
She's flying from Tampa to Orlando.
Yeah.
If she's like on the East Coast, that's not that far of a flight.
Well, you're assuming.
I'm assuming because I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah,
A
you
lot of
only
people
care
are-
about 35-year-old white males
coastal
from the
elites.
East Coast. Yeah.
I always bring way too much shit on the plane, thinking like,
First of all, this is a child, so clean up your dang
well,
language.
it's too late. They shouldn't be listening. Turn it off.
Yeah, if Lucy's mom heard her listening to last week's episode, she's not getting our advice right now.
No, she probably got her laptop taken away.
Yeah.
And the vacation canceled. So, don't. I always bring too much stuff because I'm like, man, 3 hours, I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. And especially like, flying on this flight, like I don't fly domestic that often.
Ooh.
I'm continental.
I
So
don't think you know what words mean.
intercontinental, I meant to say. Like a lot of these flights have free Wi-Fi now. So it's like, oh, you can just keep doing the same meaningless bullshit you're always doing. just
Without
sitting
a
on
dang
plane.
laptop?
Yeah, without you can do it on your phone.
Yeah, do you think Lucy has a phone? She probably does,
I'm sure
right?
she's got a phone.
Guess what, Lucy? Look, I had a laptop when I was your age.
Mm-hmm.
It was the family's laptop because it cost like $45,000. And what your phone can do is way better. Like, it's pretty much the same, unless you're like editing audio or like, oh, I'm like editing an independent film using Final Cut.
I have some database software that they'll make for iOS.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
I'd like to use on the plane.
Anything you can do on your laptop, you can do on your phone. And get this, I got some real personal advice for Lucy
Whoa.
here.
Keep in mind she's a child.
I brought my laptop and an iPad
Yeah.
to London a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? They stole it from me.
Yeah, they nicked it. They proper nicked it from you. They did.
Yeah. So unless you want to be constantly on edge,
Yeah, and that's
on
London.
guard.
Think
and,
about Florida. Florida's just full of scumbags.
Yeah, it's 90% scumbags.
And London's full of gentlemen.
Yeah, with bowler hats.
Yeah. Pardon me. May I see your laptop for a moment?
Yeah, you're gonna get
And
some
then he
guy in
just
a
absconded.
visor stealing your laptop.
Yeah. He's going to be like, hold my vape pen.
Yeah.
And he's going to run off with your laptop.
Yeah. So here's what you do.
Hold my vape pen and my 99-cent Arizona iced tea, please.
You can absolutely have a great time without your laptop. Look, I know it stinks. I know you wanna really kick the tires on that thing. See what it does in a
See what
different
it can-
state. Yeah.
Hey, see what it can do up in the air.
Yeah. Oh, oh, how does this work on Florida Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's really open this baby up.
Yeah, you can get Minecraft on your phone.
Yeah.
Your mom knows that. If you
I'm
don't
sure
have a
she's
phone,
got Minecraft on her phone.
so what the
It's
hell?
like the
does
number
she,
one app all the time.
So what does she need the laptop?
Hey, that's
for?
my question to Lucy.
Yeah.
Are
Lucy-
all the girls not allowed? Or I'm assuming that she said me and my sisters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are
My
they-
sister.
Oh, okay. So just two.
Yeah.
Is the other one allowed to bring her laptop?
No, they're both not allowed to.
Oh.
We
That's kinda
weren't
harsh.
allowed to bring our laptops on the plane. Yeah, I don't know. Just you know what? Respect your mom. She bought you a thing.
What a lame show this is. Respect your mom.
It's good advice, Tom.
What is this? The Complete Guide to Everything presented by Highlights Magazine?
Hey, don't be a goofus. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just you know what? There's nothing you can do. Like a laptop, I know. Look, I wish I didn't have to be on my dang laptop as much as I have to be. Enjoy it now. You know, live in the moment. And if you don't feel like living in the moment, you just bury your head in your screen on your phone, right?
Yeah. Bring a VR headset.
Yeah, she didn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Tom will send you $1,000 to buy an Oculus Rift.
No,
and
you can
bring
just
that
get,
on
you can
the
get
plane.
one of the ones that you put your phone in.
Yeah,
And then whip that out and be like, he didn't say nothing about this, Mom. See you in cyberspace.
and then blow smoke in her face.
Well, no, don't put.
Can you smoke on an airplane
You
still?
can't smoke on the airplane.
I haven't been on
still.
an airplane since the 70s.
Yeah.
All right. I think one down, right?
One down.
Respect
20
your mother, everybody.
28 to go.
Yeah. Let's go to this one. Tom, this is one that we get frequently. It's about names, so I'm assuming that she will let us use her name. But first, let's hear that theme song. No, you know what? We're not going to do that this week. Last week's episode, we played the Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems theme song like 15 times, and it wasn't funny, and it wasn't good, and I'm sorry, everybody. We'll just go into the next one. It's from Danny.
Okay, but we'll still have silence in between, right?
But guess what, Tom?
What?
It's a lady, Dani, like Danny, California.
Right, one of the most famous Red Hot Chili Peppers singles.
You can say it, singles.
No, I was gonna say like muses.
Oh yeah. Well, she lived a tragic life, that Danny, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Mary Jane of the titular Last Dance.
Yeah. He got writing credit eventually on that, right?
I think so. Freaking Tom Petty has such a racket. He's gotten writing credit on like
it's like
30% of the biggest
got
songs. Yeah.
CDE in it. Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah.
I came up with that.
Yeah. Oh, E minor? Yep. Nope. That's my chord. Sorry. Yeah, just throw me on that. Give me 30% of the okay. Tim and Tom, I am a big fan of the show, and I've been listening for a couple of years. This is my first real problem, and I hope you can help. In the last couple of years,
must be nice having that kind of an easy life.
My life has been a string of problems over the last few years.
Yeah. Jeez,
one after another.
I'd give anything to trade lives with you, Danny, although I wouldn't wish my life on my worst enemy.
I'm currently pregnant and due with my second daughter.
Oh, forget it. I take it back.
And due with my second daughter at the end of May. My husband and I...
Well, it's very irresponsible.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding. Oh, I thought this was still an underage person.
No, I mean, even if it isn't, Tom, like people.
Oh, if it's like a 11-year-old girl, you're fine with her having 2 children.
People's decisions are their decisions.
Well, not when they're children.
I'm a big fan of the show. Oh no, I'm currently pregnant and due with my second daughter at the end of May.
You're never gonna get a foster kid with that kind of attitude. How do you feel about?
I want grandkids.
How do you feel about preteen pregnancies?
Well, I just really want grandkids.
Each your own.
Fingers crossed.
I really want grandkids.
My husband and I can't think up a name for our upcoming newest edition. We're stumped!
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you two have some name ideas you can share. My first daughter and currently only child is 7.5 and named Gwendolyn.
Okay.
Like a fairy princess.
Yeah.
We also have a cat named Shaniquoi.
Let me see. A Shaniquoi, it seems.
And a dog named Tundra.
Spell it out.
It doesn't matter.
Well, because now I'm thinking
Shaniqua?
for the listener, they're like,
oh,
well,
screw the listener.
It's taken 400 episodes, but finally he says it.
Shniquoi.
Yeah.
Shaniquoi?
I mean, I would think Shaniqua, but I don't think Qua is spelled that way.
Oh, Shaniqua. Yeah. And a dog named Tundra, which is a pretty badass dog name.
Yeah, hopefully it's like a husky or something to live up to that.
Yeah. Thanks again, Danny, California.
Right. What was the other kid's name?
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn's a good name. I like that name.
I think so.
Because you can Gwen, you can shorten
yeah.
it.
What
So
do you
don't
think
have
of
to say the whole
what do you
thing.
think of Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn and Gwendolyn?
Yeah.
That's the 2 kids?
Yeah. They're not going to be in the same grade unless Gwendolyn turns out to be a baby genius.
Well, how old's the other kid?
7.5.
Oh, yeah.
So she'd have to be pretty advanced.
Unless you got like a Flight of the Navigator situation. Remember that? Remember what
the
happened
boy
with
went
that
away
kid?
for a very long
The
time.
boy went away, but he didn't age. And when he came back, his little brother was his big brother.
Yeah.
I think that screwed me up for life when I saw that movie as a kid.
Wait, what did you make me you made me explain Delilah, but you're going into the intricacies of freaking Flight of the Navigator. Like,
It's not
everybody
even
knows what you're talking
I don't
about.
remember what happened in the rest of that movie.
He went into space. A boy
Yeah.
went into space.
All I know is that like it was like a fun romp, and then at the very end, it's like, oh, the kid was actually gone for like 7 years, and his family didn't know where he went, and they've been looking for him ever since. And they thought he was dead, and now he's back. He's
And like nobody's really happy
unexplainably
about it.
young. Yeah, because they're like happy he's back, but they're so confused about how he hasn't aged, and it's very strange.
I remember I saw that movie about the same time I accidentally watched the TV movie I Know My First Name is Steven.
Oh yeah, and that was the kid who got kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
I watched something like that when I was a kid too, and it just I didn't like it.
Yeah, and I remember the feeling I had after both movies was identical. Like, well, that kid's just fucked for life now. Like,
Yeah,
bad
he's-
things happen to this
like,
person.
Oh boy, he's never gonna be
Yeah,
right.
I
huh?
know he's back with his family now, but like this is
yeah,
not
but that family's shattered.
exactly.
He'll never be a cohesive unit again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that doesn't happen to Danny California's family.
Yeah. Is there anybody else? I mean, seeing as Danny California was named, the mom was named after a Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
Uh-huh.
Is there any other chili muse that Sir Psycho Sexy would be a good one if it was a
If
boy?
it's a boy
yeah,
and he's knighted.
yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of any Chili Pepper songs with names in them. I guess there aren't that many.
Yeah.
Everybody's screaming right now. All the
chili heads.
All the chili heads are going crazy. No, I mean, what you've got Under the Bridge. You don't want to name your kid that.
No. Maybe just name her Flea?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great name.
Because
for
that
for
could
a
go
little
either
girl.
way, right?
Yeah. Did they say it's a girl?
Yeah, it's a girl.
Okay.
Yeah, we Flea would be a you reclaim for the ladies. I'm trying to think. What else we got?
Scar tissue.
Yeah, I don't think the Chili Peppers way is the way to go with this.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn, Tundra, Shaniqua. She never said
Mm-hmm.
her husband's name.
Mm.
Maybe her husband's name is also Danny.
Maybe it's Charlie Manson.
Wait, why?
Well, maybe that's why she doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because it's like, oh well, once you hear who my husband is, then you won't be able to stop thinking about that.
Man, that is quite a California couple. Danny California and Charlie Manson, huh?
Boy,
They're on
yeah.
the LA scene together.
Yeah, I think I saw them on these Discover LA posters. The official spokespeople, Danny California and Charles Manson.
Yeah.
And she's like, whoop, da, 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 come to California. Boy, I want to warn you, it's California. And then Charles Manson's just like, they're in your head, man. You got to come down. Listen, I'm under here with the bees, and we're doing real things.
With the bees?
Yeah.
Why?
Listen.
Tom, I'll admit I tuned out a little bit because I was looking up some more Red Hot Chili Peppers songs.
Yeah.
They have one called The Adventures of Rain Dance Maggie.
Rain Dance Maggie. There you go.
Rain Dance
What
Maggie.
album is that off of? One of the new ones?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Tom, this...
Stop the presses.
All right, it's the ballad. No,
Uh-huh.
it's The Adventures of Rain Dance Maggie.
Yeah.
Lipstick Junkie.
Well, yeah, don't name your daughter that.
Well,
You're
no,
setting
no.
up for failure.
But guess what? There's also a character, Tugboat Sheila.
Yeah, Tugboat Sheila.
She's into memorabilia.
Okay, what kind?
I don't know. Who said 3 is a crowd? We better get it on the go. I don't think you should name any child after
3
any.
is a crowd. You better get it on the go.
Yeah.
And what kind of memorabilia are we talking here?
I don't know. Is there like a scumbag definition of memorabilia that I'm not
like
aware of?
Nazi memorabilia. There are people that collect that.
Yeah, I think that's what.
That's what Tugboat Sheila's into.
Yeah. Let's see if they have any hits. No, I think Rain Dance Maggie's the way to go. And failing that, just Maggie.
Maggie's actually a pretty good name.
Maggie and Gwendolyn, I think would.
That's quite a pair.
Yeah.
That's the new Thelma and Louise. But hopefully your daughters won't drive off a cliff.
Yeah. And we're back. Tom, some problems still need to be solved.
God, will it ever end?
Yeah, probably after this one.
Okay, good.
This one, Tom, I assume this is a reference to the subject. Oh, you can have your problem solved by us by emailing, by going to the internet, going to www.aol.com.
Click the mail icon.
Yeah. The complete guide to everything at gmail.com. You could also do it on the website, but it's very difficult for us to read these.
Yeah.
Because it always comes in like form submission.
Yeah, we should fix that. I mean, nobody else knows that on the other end.
Yeah, but also like people.
A little inside baseball.
And I'm gonna regret saying this, but like also like we don't know who that comes from. Like it doesn't have an email address unless you fill it out. So a lot of times it's just people saying mean stuff to us anonymously.
Mm. Well, thankfully the internet has an outlet for that finally.
The subject line here, Tom, is "Help me, Tim and Tom. You're my only hope."
That's from Star Trek.
Yes. I would rather have you not use my name. You can call me Juan for the sake of it. I know it's kind of racist since I'm Mexican.
I mean, it's also just a name.
Yeah, and also like nobody else knew that.
And come on. Yeah, his real name is
a parody of a Mexican name.
Yeah, it's like a name that people don't use anymore because it's been misused in a derogatory way so much.
Anyway, guys, I'm a huge fan from Mexico. Been listening to your show for about a year, and I'm glad to say it's one of my favorite podcasts out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Juan. You're one in a million.
Hey,
right?
Juan, you're number one in our book.
Guys, I'm a huge fan. I'm really bad at reading these today, Tom. Keep reading the same thing over again. Now I come to you in a moment where I am trying to create my CV.
Curriculum vitae.
Almost. How do you think I should start? What would Tim and Tom do? I'm a communications college student and want to start looking for a job, but I want to make a CV out of the box. Any tips on how I can make a better impression?
Well, first off, don't make it out of a box. Put it on printer paper. The nicer the paper, the better. But not too nice.
All right, Tom. Resumes. Let's get into the hottest tips.
Yeah.
LinkedIn.com presents Tim
networking.
and Tom Give Back.
It's networking hour with Tim and Tom.
Number one.
Uh-huh.
Just make a regular fucking resume. Don't do anything weird. Like, there are those people that, like, make the video resumes and stuff, right? Have you ever made, like, a weird resume? Like, I'm gonna, like, think outside the box here.
No. I don't think I've... No, because there's, like, never really been a job that I've wanted badly enough that I would be willing to do something that might come back to embarrass me.
Yeah.
I remember there was a job that I really wanted, like right out of college, or maybe I was still in college. I was looking for an internship. And that was like the one thing where I was like super aggressive, like doing, and like found out like the name of the hiring person and like called him and bothered him. But then like,
Did you get the job?
No. And
what was it?
It was a production assistant for Tech TV, the technology TV network that is no longer.
Yeah, stiff competition for that one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The cable network that was in upwards of 800 homes in America.
Yes. But I remember I like called, I forget, I was just thinking about this the other day because I called and didn't think like, oh, the hiring guy has a very unusual long last name. I should practice what I think it would say. Instead, I was just like, hello, I'd like to speak to Mr. Bonginam Farshini. and of course, he was like, that guy. Like, I had done enough.
Yeah, they didn't have a huge
right
staff.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I did enough research that I got this guy's direct line. I knew I was calling him. I wasn't getting somebody else.
Mr. B. That's what you say. Hey, what's
Mr.
up, Mr. B?
What's the what?
What's the what, Mr. B?
What's the what, Mr. B? When do I start?
Slap me some skin.
And he just seemed very annoyed that I was calling him. Very annoyed that I didn't know what his name was.
Yeah.
And that the rest of my conversation was like, hi, I sent you a thing. And, boy, I'd sure like to work there. You don't need to pay me or nothing. That's like as bad as I've never like done a video or anything. Have you ever been at a job or like an internship where you had to go through like resumes coming in?
Yeah. Thankfully, there's nothing. I've never had a cool enough job where it was like there's a bunch of people like trying to stand out. You know, like
yeah. Well, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think it wasn't. I think it was only like when I had an internship that there were still like paper resume, and even then it was like passe to send in your resume. But because I was an intern, it was like, go through all the paper resumes of idiots we're not going to hire because they're still sending in paper resumes. Yeah. And yeah, you get like, like people who put glitter in and like use like heavy card stock like that. That's there's some heavy card stock.
Yeah,
this must be a man who knows how to
what does that
done.
Yeah, what would that signify as like just get noticed, I guess. But like people hate. Like I think there was a window for this, right?
Yeah.
And I think when you humiliated yourself at Tech TV, that was like the time. Yeah. That was the time to do something outside the box. Like you could have made an impression with something creative,
right? And I remember like reading people said like send in a resume and put a Post-it on it that says like, this looks like a good one. And it will just get put in a pile. And somebody will be going through the pile later and it'll have the Post-it and they'll be like, oh, I guess probably, the big boss himself put this on there.
Yeah, it's right. Like, Jake, hire this man. And then if the hiring manager's named Jake, he'll be like, oh, somebody must have instructed me to...
as long as he's not the one opening the envelope. I'm very confused.
Yeah. So, look, I know you're enthusiastic, Juan.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want to stand out. And this is no way to go through life, so this is probably bad advice. But anything you
Just
do
keep your head down.
that you think is like creative and fun is just going to get you ridiculed by the employees of that company. Is that not true?
No, that's not true at all. If he does, like, what are you thinking?
No, anytime somebody's going to be like, oh, I'm going to do something fun and show them what personality I have.
You're saying for this. I
like,
thought it was like if you ride horses, nobody gives a shit. Once you get a job, there's going to be like, oh, here's horse riding Juan again.
No. What I'm saying is like, oh, it's each like previous work experience thing is on a different balloon. So it'll be a dozen balloons will be delivered, and everybody loves balloons, and they'll remember Juan as the guy who sent the balloons and had the great... Like, no, don't do any of that stuff, right?
I forgot that I was actually, like, that I hired a bunch of people at one point in my life, and I did have people that did cheesy shit, and sometimes I was like, that's good, I'm going to hire them.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you're a simpleton, I guess...
A simpleton who is the boss.
Yeah.
Somebody sent like custom made Gatorades.
A Gatorade is the key.
And I'll tell you, it was chilled too. I don't think that was intentional. It was just cold, in the delivery truck.
So you just drank something that showed up in a truck?
Yeah. Well, the person wanted a job. They weren't going to poison me.
Yeah, or maybe they were looking for your job.
You just drank something that showed up in a truck. How do you think drinks you drink get places? You think they're making
I go right from the source, Tom.
But yeah, I'll tell you what. That Gatorade hit me at just the right time. It was a time when I was thirsty, and they were hired.
Wow.
So sometimes it does work.
Did they wind up being a good employee?
They actually wound up being a phenomenal employee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and actually, they interviewed really well. Like, we were already going to hire him, and then they sent that. But I'll tell you what, there were.
Wait, was this for the job at the mall?
Yeah.
Guys, you're going above and beyond for a job at the mall?
It was a good paying job.
Okay. I mean, you were the boss. That was good. Like, I'm not. Look, and anybody who wants to work at the mall or who works at the mall, that's fine. That's a great. Look, that's fine. I'm not saying you're a jerk, but like, I wouldn't think it'd be like you had to ply them with gifts.
Well, it worked. I mean, this job, like, it was like a $50,000 a year job.
Spencer's.
It wasn't at Spencer's. I wish.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone at Spencer's gets paid that much, right?
I don't know.
John Spencer, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they get paid that much, they should act a little nicer to me and not laugh when I come in there.
Spencer's?
Yeah.
They're laughing at the products you're buying because they're all hilarious.
They're all novelties.
Yeah.
They're like,
but you're like, no, I need these big underpants. They're the only ones I can fit into.
Look, you're the only place that sells small pecker condoms.
They're for my small pecker. I need them.
I don't know why the other stores don't carry them.
You guys are a real lifesaver.
Boy, if I can go one place to get my small pecker condoms and my fart powder, then it saves me a lot of time. Normally I have to order these things special on the internet. And also a bra for my grandma where it's the boobs are dragging on the ground.
Yeah, she needs that.
Yeah. A cane for my grandfather with a mirror at one end and a horn at the other.
Wait, what?
It was to look under skirts, and then the horn, you could go honk, honk.
Wait, they
when
sold
you liked
a
what you saw.
sexual predator tool at...
Yeah, it was a novelty gift, Tim. Do you understand what novelties are?
Oh, my God.
Do you understand what a gag gift is?
I can't believe your grandfather actually used that.
This is not a cane. First off, I don't think this cane was ADA compliant. Yeah. And I don't think if you got this cane under somebody's skirt, they're not paying attention because this thing was unwieldy. It was not a stealth.
Tell me more about the best ways to look up girls' skirts using mirrors, Tom.
Oh, the best way is don't use mirrors at all. Just go hide in the sewers.
Sage advice. Is that what Juan was asking? No.
Go hide in the sewers and hope to God somebody walks across the street.
I guess my advice is don't get advice from Tom. Don't look. Here's the thing. Like, just don't do anything too crazy on your resume, on your CV, right?
What, put, like, under activity skydiving?
No, that's fine. That kind of stuff is fine. Like, show your personality that way. But, like, you know the things that, like, people do to get jobs at, like, cool companies, right? Like, I can't think of any of them right now because I'm not, like, it's part of a box of chocolates or whatever, right? Like,
yeah,
you
don't
would
send
like
gifts.
that.
Yeah, gifts. It comes off as like a bribe.
Yeah, just you know what? Just,
send a thank you letter the next day. A follow up.
Yeah, don't misspell anything.
Yeah, don't Yeah, that's a big thing. Don't misspell anything. Keep everything to like one or two fonts. Don't go crazy with the fonts.
One font.
Yeah, if you can manage it.
One font family, right? Like
yeah. You
look,
don't
bold,
want different
italics.
looks.
Do whatever you want. Go nuts with that. But
right. Do that.
Comic Sans throughout.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And also, everybody knows
show them you're fun.
Or you can use Papyrus if they're a big Avatar fan.
Yeah. Or you could use that Joker Man one.
What?
If it's like a clown school. If you're trying to be a teacher at a clown school.
Also,
but I guess there's like networking ways to get into that. If
you're like coming out of college, people know you're not going to have much experience, so don't put a bunch of baloney in there.
Yeah.
But put all the clubs and activities and awards that you're
Juan,
winning.
here's what you got to do. Get crappy jobs, put those on there. Even if you have to lie and say that you had a job that you didn't have, put that on there. Put many of those jobs.
Yeah.
Like high level jobs too.
Yeah. Like the
CEO
of Sears,
PepsiCo, Just say you're the CEO of Yum Brands.
Yeah.
People
are like, well, how do you know? Yeah, he could have just said Taco Bell, but obviously
Yeah,
he knows
exactly.
a lot about the business.
Well, they probably wouldn't even know, and they'd be like, let me just.
Did Juan say? Oh, he said he's going for communications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So he wants to work for like AT&T or something.
I guess. Yum Brands.
Mm-hmm.
KFC.
Yes.
Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell. I guess that's why that makes sense. Why there's so many combinations of all of them.
Yeah.
You never see a
And also
combination
why the
Pizza Hut
name's Yum.
KFC. Yeah.
Yeah, because Tim, what are they going to do? They're going to bury the lead in a restaurant?
What do you mean?
If you got Taco Bell, you've always got to put Taco Bell out there.
Yeah, that's true.
A combination KFC Domino's?
Pizza Hut, you doofus.
Pizza Hut KFC. I mean, those go better together. I'd rather order like a little from each of those guys.
What? Pizza Hut and KFC?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I never order things off two menus at a combination restaurant.
Well, here's what you do. The cheesy gordita crunch and the breadsticks.
No. I refuse.
Hope that helped, Juan.
It's not the way God intended it, Tim.
All right, Tom. Where?
God intended all these foods to mix. They would have. That's how these stores were open in the first place.
Did you see that little girl that stole the Pope's hat?
Yeah.
What
a stinker.
What a stinker.
Somebody put her up to that, right?
Yeah, probably the famous atheist Richard Dawkins.
Oh, I was going to say Satan himself.
Huh. One and the same, my friend. One and the same.
Yeah.
You know what the greatest trick the devil ever pulled, right?
One time he got the Pope's hat.
Yep.
It wasn't even. You know what? I saw that clip. I saw the link. Girl. I was like, oh, there's gonna be something. And I'm like, oh, he's not wearing like the big hat. He just got a little hat on.
Yeah, but still, that's quite a feat. I've never gotten close enough to the Pope to steal anything.
It's not.
I wanted to steal one of his rings.
The one that people have to kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, then I'd get some fucking respect around here. Finally.
Well, you've notoriously for years wanted. It's always on your Christmas list. One of the rings that people have to kiss.
Yeah. Look, if I have to steal it from the Pope himself, do you think David Blaine would have the audacity to steal the Pope's watch? Just as part of a trick, though.
I don't think the Pope wears a watch.
Yeah, that's true. What does he need to know what time it is?
Yeah, he's got people for that.
Just ask God.
God, what time is it?
Wait, God talks to the Pope, right?
Yeah.
So, like, can he always be like, hey, what time is it? And then just know?
Well, I mean, you'd have to think at some point God would get annoyed.
You would think like the Pope would be like the greatest mathematical mind ever. Like if so, like you know those problems on boards at college that only Goodwill Hunting can solve.
Yeah.
The Pope could be like, "Hey God, what's the answer to this?" And then just like, and people would be like, "This man's a genius," but really God's just telling him.
Yep. It's amazing that nobody's used the popehood. The papacy to pull some amazing scam like that.
It wouldn't be a scam because he'd have the actual knowledge. It'd be like having a computer on you at all times.
A computer pope.
Yeah.
Boy, if only the Pope used his powers to solve math problems at colleges.
Or God forbid to solve crimes. Oh, this lady's been found murdered. Hey God, who murdered her?
Yeah.
Where can I find the guy?
Yeah, where's the missing girl, God?
Yeah.
You can tell me.
Yeah.
I'll tell him I found out myself. He didn't even have to. He could tell him, like, yeah, no, God told me. I mean, that would be great for PR. That would get a lot of people back in the church if, word got out the Pope's working with God to solve crimes.
Yeah. Be like, hey, we finally found out if Adnan was guilty or not, but he had to go to Easter
you have to go
Sunday
to church to find out.
Yeah.
And the answer this Sunday at church.
All right, that's all the time we have, Tom.
Yeah.
If you have a problem you'd like us to solve, email us at thecompleteguide@everything@gmail.com.
If you want to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. You can follow us on Twitter @complete guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram @Tom Reynolds.
You follow me on Twitter and Instagram @yourpalTim.
And if you want to support the show, there's a few ways. So get a pencil.
We'll wait.
You can support our sponsors, of course. You can also check out Amazon at tcgt.com.
Check out Amazon. They got products.
Well, they got some of my products. Go buy my books on there.
Personal endorsement.
You can tcgt.com/Amazon. We get a little taste of anything you buy.
No cost to you.
Yeah. And you can also check out our Patreon at tcgt.com/pledge. You can get fun things like weekly episodes of Fast Food Friday.
Yep.
A lot going on, a lot to cover.
Yeah. This was just a taste of it, the Yum Brands teaser.
Oh, God, yeah. We can. I mean, we can really talk inside baseball on that show.
Yeah.
And you can check out our Reddit, tcgt.com.
Nope.
No, reddit.com/r/tcgte.
Check out Reddit at tcgte.com.
Yeah.
Check out Reddit at google.com.
Type in Reddit. Yeah, that's all the things, I think.
Yeah. I think we did a lot of good today.
Yeah.
I think it was good that we solved that child's problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we solved Juan's problem. I'm just doing the recap.
Right.
Uh,
I don't think Juan had much of a problem, though. Juan just needs to look some shit up for himself.
yeah.
Get off our backs.
And then Maggie,
Yeah.
Young Maggie. I hope we're at least invited to the christening.
Yeah.
If not godparents.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be the godfather of a child if somebody wrote in and asked you?
I mean, that would be one way to end up with a foster teen.
That's true.
Yeah.
If the fan then dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and presumably their spouse, if they have one,
Yeah.
the other parent.
Yeah.
It would stink if it was like this woman died and then they had to tell her husband, like, oh, no, it's in the will. The kid's got to go to this podcast.
Yeah.
You can't raise them.
I've put it out there before, and I'll do it again. I'm an ordained minister, and I'd like to marry somebody.
You're not an ordained minister,
I am.
are you?
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
I just did it.
When? Today?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
hoping somebody
And
will
you
ask me to
haven't put
perform
it out
their
there.
I'm putting it out to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you haven't. You said I put it out there before I'm putting it out again. You've never done
I've
that.
put it out that I'm willing to perform a marriage for anybody who
What about
asks.
divorce?
Yeah. Oh, are you allowed to do that?
No, I think you got to be like a lawyer to do that.
Or the Pope?
Or no, the Pope.
The Pope. If the Pope came up to you and was like, "You're divorced. You got to get married again if you want to be married."
No, I think you can only nullify a marriage. I don't think they like the Catholic Church. I don't think really acknowledges divorces.
You're an idiot.
All right, you go to the Pope and ask him to get a divorce, and we'll see who looks stupid.
He's just gonna want his hat back.
We'll see you next week.